Okay, so we're going to be working on how to write an offer. This first video will include what forms to put in the offer and then what you should keep an eye out when you're looking through the listing to symbol your offer. So we know this one is in Thurston County, built in 1924, so it's going to need a 22J. Keep scrolling down. Okay, it is owner occupied, conventional FHA VA. Great, so that means you can go the conventional loan that our buyer is going to be using. Okay, looks like it will come with a range oven and refrigerator. Sorry, writing this down real quick. So I'm going to write this offer. I'll make sure to include those. Okay, fence partially, RV parking shop. Okay, it is on sewer and well, so you'll need a 22R for the well, and then a 22 TSC for Thurston County for the septic. So come up here, possession on closing, that is good. So that means that once the buyer and seller close on the house, the buyer will then be the owner. FERPA hold required. Okay, so that means you're a U.S. citizen. Nice. Form 17, they say is provided. Let's check here out. Okay, they got a Form 17 and legal description. That is good. Once going to show you, you click here for supplements, and that will take you here. Now, based off this, I'm going to see if they give us pictures of the washer and the dryer. Well, I can see how this one expired. They don't have very good pictures. Okay. Looks like they used to have a microwave up there, but it's not there anymore. Fridge, range. Chance this person might not live in the house. Yeah, looks like they've moved out because every built-in is not occupied in this house. Okay. So, it is gas. That's cool. Doesn't impact right in the offer, but that's nifty. Oh, and explain what I just did right there. So you have a couple different ways you can go to writing an offer. You can either click transaction desk here, or you can click the, looks like a scroll or piece of parchment with a giant pin on it. And then that will take you to this portion. Auto feeds this, template, there's commercial, none. I don't need any template for it. Residential cell, yep. Matrix, yeah, that's fine to pull the data. Single family, yep, everything looks good. I am the selling broker. Create the transaction. Okay. Now we're here, Street 207. Yep, all that shit should be fine. Price, make this simple. I'm gonna go 340, 1, 2, 3, so 340,000. Cool. Don't hit save and exit. Do not hit that. You want to hit next. Okay, purchase and sale agreement will be today, offer expiration date, unless the next day is a holiday, or if you're doing it at like 9 o'clock at night, sending it in, I always go 24 hours. Meaning next day, mutual acceptance. They don't see the offer yet, so that'll have nothing. Closing date, it's going to be a conventional loan, so I will go with 4 weeks plus a couple days. So 1, 2, so that'd be October 2nd, will be a second week, 3 weeks, 4, probably right around here is when I do it. Now, I also don't like closing on the weekends if I can avoid it due to the turnaround time with the checks, and something can go wrong. It has to be extended out multiple days. So typically I'd probably push that for the next Monday or Tuesday. So I'll go the 16th. You really don't have to most of the time, but I do personally choose to, because that's 2 weeks to the second, 3 weeks, that's 4 weeks here. Yeah, probably go with the 23rd. That would only be the 23rd. Come next. Okay. You would create a new person up there, but I'm going to add an existing. I've actually done this video multiple times, so I think I have a guy in here named Snapper or Snappy. There we go. Mark Snappy will be the buyer on this one. So you need a first name, last name, and at least an email for this first portion. Sometimes you will need a legal name, but it's not for every client. You'll need a number, name, city, state, zip code, because all of this feeds directly into the contract. Now, cell phones do not go directly into the contract. Phone gets put in there. So if you have to put in a phone number, put it here. And title and escrow does use page one and purchase and sell to contact folks. So it is good to put it on here, and also helps the transaction coordinator. So all that's filled out, save. Next. Okay, forms. So you would want to look at this again. It's 1924, so you need a 22J. It's on septic and well, so you're going to need those two forms. And it is a single family home. I don't include anything there, so I'll say wide forms. Okay, you will need a Form 21. Come down here to the 22s. That's where most of this stuff's going to reside. You'll want a financing addendum. Very rarely will you use a 22 AD. Talk with the team leader or team captain, depending upon where along the lines you fall in watching this video. But ask whoever typically would be helping you at the moment of contracts if a increased down payment for low appraisal would be appropriate. Typically, that only would be is if you think they're trying to get a super high premium on it. You need to get closing costs rolled in there, and you think that might push over the appraisal. If you don't think you can offer a lower price, that's the situation where I would use this. But if you do have to ask for not down payment, you have to ask for closing cost assistance, doubt your buyers are going to have enough for a down payment. So pretty rare that you would do this. Mostly done up in Seattle at the moment from talking with my friends up in that area. Okay, so for this offer, we will not be including that. Come down here, I always include a 22D. FERPTA. It's a 1920s home, and it's built before 1978, so you'll need the lead-based paint and hazards. Disclosure, you want the 22K. It is on a well, 22R. You'll want the 22ST, or also when you go to 21, it'll be a TSC, so you'll want that. 22T. Now, if your buyer cannot possibly get earnest money to the title and escrow company within 48 hours after the offer's mutual, you would include a 31, which is a earnest money promissory note. That will buy you enough time to turn in that earnest money, especially if your buyers are out of state and don't want to wire their money or do anything like that. And you will need a 35. Now, if your buyer says to skip the 35, talk with the team lead again or the ops director, just because you want to make sure you cover yourself and the fact that you are fully recommending that they get an inspection, and then we'll be able to discuss that and kind of make sure we protect you. So those are going to be the big forms you're going to have. Typically, you won't need 10, but on stuff that's on well, septic, and is old, before 1978, you have those three additional forms. So here's what you're looking at: 21, a 22A for financing. I don't know why I'm reading all these to you, but here are the forms you will need for a typical offer. And just to show you what I meant by the phone number, where you're putting under phone and not cell, we'll let this autofill so you can take a look at what it shows. Okay, see, mark snappy. For expiration dates tomorrow. Auto-filled all this stuff. See, 340. But the important part, that was the number I put under phone. And then to show you the 22 STC is what the septic is. And then if it was just a septic outside of Thurston County, not counting, was it Kirkland area up north? I think they also have one of these, but yeah, King County also has one, but Kitsap. But this one is in Thurston, so you would need that STC. Okay, next video we'll go over how to fill this out and all the rest of the